60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, I'm John.
I'm Nancy.
And we are
J&Ntravels.
Travels. Thank you for joining us for another. Why does it look like our voice is not linked up?
I don't know.
All right, if people can't hear us, let us know. But thank you for joining us for another. We finally get a warm afternoon here.
Yeah, it looks nice out there.
And expecting some for today. Not a lot of rain this week for a change.
Nope, we've had enough.
That's right. Okay, so let us first, Nance, go into our bookkeeping. And that's basically just to let people know. Let's see here. Where we're located. We have a Facebook page,
We do.
which we encourage people to look at least 3 times or more a week. We put something of entertainment up there every Friday. Nancy's got a series of pictures she puts up there. Monday's Miscellaneous Monday, and we do our shorts on Saturday.
Yep.
We do a Saturday short. So it's called j&ntravels Facebook page. Look it up, please. We have a merchandise store. We do have merchandise below our screen, and if you just check out our store, see if anything appeals to you. Podcast, that's our newest thing. We put up our 4th podcast this past Sunday. We try and put one up every other Sunday, and they're going well.
Yeah.
Take a chance if you just don't want to look at the screen or something. Just listen to a podcast while you're doing housework or something. They're a good thing to put on in the background. And you can also get an audio version. The YouTube is all video, but you can get strictly an audio version on Spotify, Google, Amazon, or Apple. And of course, our YouTube channel, which you're watching right now.
Of course.
Also like to promote this coming Sunday is our game day with Tanisha Time.
Yeah, that's good.
And where is it? Oh, there it is right there. Weekend Fun and Games and Tanisha Time.
Yes.
The fact of crap this week will be cruise line crap of fact, plus our Disney and our Name This sections of the game. So join us at 4:00 this Sunday. Okay, Nance. So that's our bookkeeping right now for the channel. And now let's get into our 3 questions. The first one today is the Disney Studios. We've been doing a park each week. First week was Magic Kingdom. Last week was Epcot. And this one is Studios. And basically in the last decade or so, what's changed? Some of the changes in it. I just happen to have my Studios mug right here. My glass right
nice.
Here. Actually, this one comes with trivia on it. Let's see.
Yeah, that's a
I just throw that out if anyone happens to know. Which is the only dwarf not to have a beard?
Oh.
Which is the only dwarf not to have a beard?
Oh, I know that one.
Do you really? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with the year 2008. Okay.
2008, man, that was remember we had the ice storm in 2008.
And the reason we skipped back that far, do we really?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I skipped back that far is because that was a big deal when Disney had made a deal with MGM. Remember the studios used to call MGM Studios?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And
there was all sorts of conflict. The relationship between MGM and Disney became very, very bad and rocky. There are actually even lawsuits going on between the two of them. So Disney finally decided. I guess they signed a contract in 2008. MGM decided they weren't going to renew the contract with Disney. So Disney went on and basically changed their name to the Disney Studios. I think it had changed once to Studios. No, I think it was Hollywood Studios, and then they finally changed
Yeah.
it to Disney Studios.
You're right.
Now, this goes back a ways, but do you remember back in that studios before they had all the new stuff that they got out there now? We went to a show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It was on TV, and they
Yes,
filmed it
because
there.
I loved that show, and I was excited that we could actually be in the studios for that.
We actually saw also on that same studio, Let's Make a Deal, but that was years before that.
That was a long time ago.
And the cool thing with that,
and I love that show too.
Well, the cool thing with that probably a lot of other people don't even identify with is there was an original MC for that show was Monty Hall. Do you remember?
Yes, I was going to say, but he didn't MC it.
No, he left, but the week we were there, they had him back as a guest MC, so we actually got to see Monty Hall.
We did. Okay, because I thought we did see him, but then I said maybe I didn't. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
For us, anyways, because that was the original guy we saw.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes, I love Monty Hall.
It's like all those games. Remember the dating game, the Newlywed Game, and the Family Feud, and all those ones with the original MCs.
Yeah.
And they left.
Like Bob Eubank was the Newlywed Game.
Right.
And I forget the Love Connection.
Well, even The Price is Right, right?
Oh yeah,
that was another
Bob
one.
Barker.
Bob Barker. It's changed now. It's Drew Carey. I wonder if he's still doing that show.
Yeah, he is.
So that was torn down to make room for Pixar Place, which was the original Toy Story Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's where that originally was. 2010. Do you remember this one too? American Idol Experience and Legend of Captain Jack Sparrow both closed. They had that theater, and at one point there was a Drew Carey. It was sound something. There was no picture to it.
I remember that. We saw that. Yeah.
And that came out, and they replaced it with the American Idol.
Okay.
Which I don't think lasted that long.
I don't remember American Idol.
But they were actually they had a thing there, and people would. The actual show wasn't taped there, but they ran a show, and the people who won that were automatically allowed to be on the network show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But it didn't last very long, though, huh?
I don't know. I'm not sure how long it was.
I think it was called Soundstage.
Soundstage was before that, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's right. 2014, okay, in the Disney Studios. I never put my little... okay. In 2014, the Sorcerer's Hat was removed.
Oh, yeah. I really, really like the Sorcerer's
Hat.
I did. I love that. I think I have a pin with that. One of my favorite Disney pins is Mickey Mouse with the Sorcerer's Hat.
You wonder how they can put such huge icons up and then all of a sudden take them down.
I love that. That was, I love that Sorcerer's Hat. Yeah.
And so that was 2014. 2015. Now we were there. I want to say it was relatively near the end. The Osborne Lights. Do you remember that?
Yeah, my parents were with us, so it had to have been 98 when we saw the.
You think it's that far before the end?
Yeah,
I
do, because my parents were with us, and I remember they saw the Osborne Lights with us.
Okay, so the Osborne Lights, the big thing with that was I think a guy in Texas, and he had these lights on his house, and it was such an issue with the neighbors. They were calling the police because traffic was lining up to see these every holiday season. So he donated them to Disney, and
that's awesome.
Disney paid for the trucks to bring these out to Disney World, and they were in the studio, the studios for I'm not sure how many years. But they lined the streets with them. Now, they added some of their own afterward. There were over 1 million lights there.
Wow.
That was quite the show.
And was his name Osborne? They kept his name?
Yeah, his name Osborne. And they had the fake snow too. You remember that?
Yeah. That was so they were at the MGM studios, so Hollywood Studios.
Right. They were down one of the streets. I think it was the Golden Girls Street.
Yeah, I remember that. They had...
Where the houses were.
Yeah. I remember that.
The back lot, basically.
Yeah.
And do you remember what gimmick they had with that? With the glasses?
No.
They gave out these glasses, they're like 3D glasses. And basically, if you looked up at certain lights, it would make the image look like it was 3D, like the
I
angels and
do
stuff.
remember that with the angels. Yes, I do. I totally forgot about that until you jogged my memory.
It's a small detail, right? 2016. Majority of the streets of America, including the backlot streets, the lights, motor, cameras, extreme stunt show. You remember that? That
Yeah.
was really cool with
Yeah.
the cars. The Eiffel Tower, which is the big water tower that's shaped
Yeah.
like Mickey's ears, and the remaining backstage areas was closed and demolished in preparation for, you know what's in there? Star Wars, Galaxy Edge, and Toy Story Land.
Oh,
Now those are two quite the lands. I mean, it's unbelievable if you haven't been there. Going into the back lot, the Star Wars section of the park,
that was crazy cool.
It looks like you're on the movie set.
It was
or on
really,
the planet.
really cool. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but I thought it was fantastic. Yeah, it was really cool.
Let's just take it before I go on here. We're talking about changes in the last decade or so in the Disney studios. And let me just go through the chat here real quickly, Nance, before we go on. Tanisha, thank you for coming in.
Tanisha, thank you for being here.
As we mentioned earlier, we have Tanisha time this coming Sunday with our game. So tune in 4 o'clock this Sunday. Maxwell Smart must be on the road again. Thanks for coming in. Mr. Rob, it is 12:26 here in New Hampshire.
Yes.
Blaine,
Hi, Blaine.
Nice to see you, Blaine. Thanks for coming in. Cruising on it. Blaine seems like he's going all over the place this year.
Yeah.
He's going to pop up in Florida with Darian. It seems like he's bouncing around. Let's see. Hellos. Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Thanks for joining us, Danny. No school for him right now, but he's got 4 other jobs to keep him busy.
Wow. You're a busy guy.
Jessica, just having fun. Nice to see you.
Just having fun. That's a cool name.
Okay, so let me get back to my studio updates. And anyone that wants to throw their 2 cents in, please do. Let me just get my little froggy prop here. Oh, PDF. Keith, thanks for coming in.
Keith.
Thanks for joining us. Another big Disney fan.
I know. I was just going to say that. Yeah.
So we left off, let's see, where did we leave off? For 2015. So it's 2016. Okay, then when they replaced half of the park with the Star Wars Galaxy Edge and Toy Story Land.
Can I interrupt for a minute? Getting back to the Osborne lights.
Yeah.
What made them not do them anymore? Was it the cost?
Yeah, it was just, no. The park, I mean?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was partly the cost, probably the upkeep, all the work and the labor
bulbs.
hanging them and the bulbs and all that.
Okay.
That would be a good guess. I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
to tell you the
Disney
truth.
changes things up all the time.
Right.
But
that seems like an easy one that people would come every year. But if you're constantly replacing lights, I guess, and maintenance and everything else.
Yeah.
Imagine what it takes to put those lights up.
I know.
Anyone else here walk through the Osborne lights at some point?
They gave them back to the owner, and now he puts them back up on his house.
Blaine has some breaking news here that Disney prices are increased.
Oh my word! Again.
On that note, Blaine, it's funny. They finally put out an article where the is it Iger is the head of Disney?
Yeah.
Where he actually is admitting, like none of us knew, that all the huge price increases at Disney are probably hurting them because this is one of their lowest summers in the last multiple years of people in the parks.
People are saying enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough. Too much is too much. Yeah. So they have to reevaluate those prices.
Yeah, it's crazy. Or at least bring back stuff where they include some of the admissions with reduced hotels. I mean, they've got to do better than they're doing right now.
Yep.
So next, we jump up to 2017. The Great Movie Ride, Backlot Tour, and the Stunt Show are all closed. By 2017, there were no... Okay, so this is a key date. 2017, there were no opening day attractions left after the movie ride closed. So the movie ride was the last... I got to remember that. It's a good trivia question. It was the last original ride in the studios.
That was really cool, the movie ride. I was a little sad to see that go. I know they replaced it with Mickey's... how do you say that? But that was Minnie and Mickey's train ride or something like that.
They have which is a cool ride.
It is. It's really, really
I
cool.
surprisingly liked it.
I
like
do too,
it, but
very much so. Very much.
too bad they couldn't have had them both there though.
Yeah, yeah, it wouldn't have been nice. Yeah.
Slide in
they
a
had
little
both.
bit. Slide right off.
Yeah,
the
I always like the Great Movie Ride.
Runaway Railroad. That's
Runaway Railroad. I
The
can
Great Movie
remember
Ride
that.
was great. You know, for years I heard them talk about the Runaway Railway, not the Runaway Railways, the Great Movie Ride. They were going to just update the scenes.
Yeah, that would have been neat.
But someone
I
decided
know.
just to get away with the whole thing.
Well, I think they made a poor
Runaway
decision. I
Railroad.
think they should have updated the scenes and put Mickey's Runaway Railroad
Somewhere else?
Somewhere else. I can't even talk. Runaway Railroad.
Problem is, it's such a
somewhere
big
else.
ride. You'd have to build a very expensive building. I'm sure that's why they're
I know.
reusing a lot of those.
I know. I did think that as well, but
2018 ants. Toy Story Land, Slinky Dog Dash, that's the roller
I
coaster.
didn't get to go on the Slinky Dog.
Alien Swirling Coasters and Toy Story Mania all opened up. Now the Toy Story Mania, I'm not sure if they actually moved the whole ride, but they doubled the size, and it's over in Toy Story Land now. So I had heard rumors that the entrance to it was just put on that side. The original ride existed, and then someone else told me they moved the whole ride. So I'm not sure which is which, but that's a fun ride. That's a fun ride.
Very much.
The
so.
Slinky we've been wanting to get on, but there's
Too
2-hour
long of a
waits every
wait.
time we were there.
Someday.
Yeah.
I used to love the Slinky Dog toy. Did you ever own one?
Yeah, not the dog, just the Slinky.
Just the Slinky. I don't know.
Keith likes the Runaway Railroad.
Nice.
Got a free, and he got a free message from Goofy at the end.
Oh yeah.
Slinky
Nice.
Dog. So Blaine got on the Slinky
Oh, you
Dog.
did? Cool.
You know, I think the only way sometimes to get on that is with those passes that they have now.
Yeah.
2019, Galaxy Edge Area, Rise of the Resistance, Olga's Cantina, that's a restaurant, and a Star Wars style pub all opened up. 2019.
Not long ago.
And we didn't go in either the cantina or the pub.
No.
Galaxy Edge Area is pretty cool.
Yeah, very. And we got on the Rise of the Resistance.
Now we talked about the movie thing closing. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad opened in 2020. Because we did ride that. Did we ride twice or 3 times?
Twice,
which I was happy with.
Yeah, I liked it.
Then the newest thing opening right now. Oh, wow, Danny rode it 4 times.
Oh, really?
You must have had those passes, Danny, huh?
Oh, wow. You're talking about the Slinky Dog?
Yeah, Slinky Dog.
Oh, cool.
Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh, love that.
Is my favorite ride in all of Disney World, and which I heard it's been closed now for it's the most popular ride, and it's been closed for months for refurbishment. I think it's opening up this summer.
That's such a cool ride.
Hey, welcome in, Peter Dell. Thanks for coming in. Landon loved it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would imagine Landon like in any
roller
thrill
coaster
ride.
Yeah, of course. He seems like a thrill seeker.
Okay, 2023, which is the newest thing that we have down here, and it's of course we didn't try it. We haven't been there since it opened. I think it closed after we left this year. The Roundup Rodeo Barbecue. I heard this is it's a barbecue restaurant in the Toy Story area. I heard the food is but the atmosphere is great. So I guess it's something to try. Disney used to have, this is just a little flashback, Disney used to have parades dedicated to individual films to celebrate their releases. Disney did this for movies like Mulan, which we saw.
Yes, that was cool.
Hercules, which we saw.
Yep.
Aladdin, I don't think we saw that parade.
No.
And Toy Story, which we saw.
Toy Story,
Yeah,
which we saw.
all the Toy Story characters come down
I
the
think
floats.
we have a picture of our son posing with the army men.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, and that's a good point, Danny, too. You know, if you're a true roller coaster person or thrill ride person, Disney's probably not the place for you because you have a couple here and there, but they're not death-defying.
Universal would
be.
Yeah,
well, you know what the number one amusement park theme park in Florida is for coasters?
Oh, is it Icon Park?
I think it's in Orlando. No, SeaWorld.
Oh, for
so if you're looking at,
okay.
Yeah, and you can get a much cheaper ticket to it. So
okay.
if you're really into that, the best thing is to go over there and just ride all the rides.
Ride all the rides, yeah.
So Danny said, I heard that the new Space 220 restaurant in Epcot, there's no atmosphere. That's when it's supposed to be where you're in space.
That's cute.
It looks pretty cool, Danny, but I don't know if I would really go for it. Those menus are pretty high up there. So I threw a question out on the studios that happened to just be on my studio's glass here. Does
What
anyone
number
know
does that say?
the dwarf, the only one of the dwarfs that doesn't have a beard?
Does that say I thought it said, I thought it had a number there. Okay, never mind. So,
Only dwarf who doesn't have a beard. And while you're thinking of that, Nance, let me throw this up real quickly. I like to do this when I remember every show to thank our mods.
yes.
So this is for you, good mods.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Nance, who is the only dwarf? No. Someone else is bashful too.
Dopey.
Dopey. That is correct.
Why did I say bashful? I knew it was Dopey.
Well,
I kept thinking of bashful because you could see his red cheeks when he.
I don't know if anyone could see the little
It was
dwarf on that
Dopey.
cup there, but that's the little dwarfs.
Yeah.
Can you turn it right?
I was thinking how bashful should be the one with no beard because then you could see all of his red cheeks. So, but I knew it was Dopey.
Or maybe hide behind the beard or something like that, right? Okay. All right. Well, thanks again to the mods, and we move on to our second question, Nance, which is, where are you? Second question. "12 wild things you'll find on the cruise ship." Okay, these are attractions that are a little bit different, or I guess are a little bit different. So, number one, Nance, the go-karts on NCL. These are on NCL ships.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Of course I do.
I think they're the only fleet that has it. These go on the top deck. It's kind of neat to look at. I don't like it because it takes up too much of the top deck. For the number of times you're actually going to ride it, it takes up a lot of space. Though. It is very cool. Let's see. Go back to that. All right. The next one on our list, Nance, is the roller coasters. Now, the only ship, there's a couple of ships, I think, now on Carnival that have this. The original was the Mardi Gras.
Right.
I don't think any other cruise line has it. It's strictly a Carnival cruise ship activity. If anyone has any outlandish ones, throw them up in the chat, too.
Is it Bolt? Is that what it's called?
Blaine says Dopey is the youngest. It's probably why. So you don't think he's gotten his facial hair yet, then. Might be a good point. There's a good sequel for a Disney film, Dopey, years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I count that as an attraction, Peter, jumping overboard. It seems like you're going to see more. You'll see more and more of that, though, doesn't it?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
I guess it may be an attraction to the other passengers, but
that was funny.
This is weird. I'm surprised that a cruise ship takes up this much space to run something like that. The bumper cars. You know what cruise line has those?
I forget.
So those big ships on RCL. Now we were on at the time the biggest, which was Oasis back when we went on it, and I imagine it's this spot, but they had the Central Park. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember at Paragon Park, there was always such a wait for the bumper cars, but I was willing to wait because I loved the bumper cars. It was so much fun.
Yeah, Peter, from what I understand, I think there's only 2 ships that have the roller coaster right now, and they're both Carnival ships. We're doing a Carnival ship in October,
We are.
but it's not that big.
Mm.
The next one on our list for wildest attractions is the ice skating rinks.
Yeah.
As far as I know, these are only on Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
So they have a show on here, but they also have open swim. And if anyone's interested, that right person right there is Nancy just before she broke her arm on the ice skating rink.
Yes.
But that it's an experience, though. You can always say you did. A doctor laughs every time when he asks for her pass, and then here's how it
the
happened.
tragic part of it is that I did it 3 days into a 2-week cruise. So good thing I had a lot of ibuprofen. That's all I have to say.
Right. Next one, I love these. Now, we first rode one of these. This is called a water coaster. Okay, it's not a water slide that you sit at the top and go down. You actually sit on the raft and water propels you. Now, we did this at Typhoon Lagoon in Disney.
Yeah, you did. I didn't.
No, you did it too.
Did I?
We all did it. And it picks up speed. There's such a push of water. You're actually going up hills and down hills, just like on the roller coaster. Of course, there's no loop-de-loo.
Yeah.
And you're not going up a hill that's 200 feet high, but it's got speed to it, and it's a lot of fun. And this is the only ship, I think they built a second ship now that has this also. And they call it the water duck or something.
Uh-huh.
And it's a coaster, water coaster on the ship.
It's really cool. Yeah. And that is actually you in there. I got a good picture of that.
We never went on it, so that would be a very good picture. That would be an excellent picture.
It was one heck of a picture.
Laser tag arenas. There are two kinds that we've noticed when we're doing research on this. One is they're on the top deck and they inflate them at night, the walls, and which is good, except if there's any kind of a wind, they don't really hold up much.
Yeah.
The one that we went on, and these are on both NCL, Norwegian Cruise Line, and Royal Caribbean. The one on, I'm trying to get this straight now. I think it was the Royal Caribbean one was solid walls.
I don't recall the one on Royal, so.
Yeah, I think that was a solid walls, and the inflatable one, that was one we did. We didn't do the one on Norwegian, I don't think.
No, we did. No, we
and
did
that
the
was
one
the inflatable
on.
Ones.
We did the one on Norwegian because it was the Bliss.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so they had the solid walls.
Yes,
They got
this
those
was the
in
Bliss.
reverse, right? The Royal
Yes.
Caribbean had the inflatable walls.
Right, exactly.
Let's see. And those are like any laser tag. You go around obstacles. You
We
go
had a
through
good
tunnels.
team. We had a really good team.
Yes,
It was a lot of fun.
we were 2-0.
And the cost was 10 for this.
At the time, it was 10, and you get 2 5-minute games.
Yeah.
Right.
I loved it. I thought it was fun.
This is a ride I hadn't seen before. It's called a robotic arm ride, and it takes you up on an arm and basically spins you around. I think is the whole intent.
Okay. I
But
wouldn't like the spinning.
besides
I would
getting a
like to
great
go
view,
up and not the
right.
spinning part.
You'd like the view, but that's about it.
That's about it.
Okay, and the next one is called the skydiving simulator. So,
Well, that looks fun.
I just can't picture it working well, but I guess they do work, and they are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And this is like it's stated in the title. You get inside.
Yeah.
They give you a little bit of a lesson. You get in, and I imagine it's fans that just push you up. I have not been on a ship that's had this.
No.
Let's see. The ships that have this is Royal Caribbean also. Royal Caribbean, because of the size of the ship, seems to have most of these kind of gimmicky type of rides. Next one is the observation capsule. Now, this is more what you'd like. You get in on the capsule on the deck, and then it raises you up on the long arm, and you look out and you get a view.
Yeah, that was
cool.
So
it's not a throw ride by any means. It's strictly for, I'm not sure how long you stay up there, but I do know you can pay a very large amount of money, and they have private events. So you
really?
can go up there, and I'm not sure how many it holds, if it's 20 people or 15 people, but you can actually have a private, like maybe you were doing a proposal or something.
I was just thinking that. That's exactly what I was thinking.
This I did, and this I liked. This is on Carnival Cruise Lines. It's called the Sky Ride. You sit in a little, I I guess call it a bicycle thing, right?
Yeah.
You pedal with your legs, and the track is raised above the deck, and it takes you around the outside of the ship.
Right.
I did this 4 times on the Horizon, on a recent Horizon trip.
Yep.
I'm not sure how many of the ships have. I know Horizon did it once.
That's a good idea. They have something like that. It's a novelty.
Well, the thing is, it takes them off the deck too,
and there's no cost.
Right. You know, it's like those rope courses. It takes you off the deck, so it's almost like another deck on the ship.
Yeah.
Right? And you can have it for a ride.
Right.
Danny said his boys love the sky ride. You guys go on it a lot, Danny. I was trying to find someone to race on that. You always have to race some stranger.
I know.
Okay, so it's all the Vista classes have it. Yeah. Just it looks fun and a little scary.
Yeah,
Nancy
I agree.
wouldn't go on it.
I am terrified of heights. Absolutely terrified. I'm surprised I learned how to downhill ski because I was really nervous about the ski lift. But
the thing with this is it's not. The ride itself's not scary. If you go around it's not like the roller coaster. You don't go around at the fast speed at all.
My legs probably would freeze and I wouldn't be able to pedal.
If you're afraid of heights.
Because I'm scared of heights.
I could see them having to wheel you back in from halfway across, down around the track.
Stay away from stuff that I'm definitely afraid of. But I did learn how to downhill ski, so that's the only thing that I...
Oh, okay. So I never thought about that, Blaine. There's a size issue with a lot of these things too.
There is. Yeah, interesting. Okay.
I never thought of that.
I never
you see
did
at the theme parks on the dry land, but you don't. I don't know why, but it should be the same, right? In fact, they're probably not made as sturdy on the ships as they are on land. Okay, the next we have 3 more here. No, 2 more here. This is a sky pad. It's on Royal Caribbean ships also. What this is, it's not fully enclosed. It's got a little bit of a roof, but you get on these what do you call those? Trampolines.
Yeah.
And you bounce up and down the trampolines. At the same time, you have virtual reality glasses on. So the movement of you bounce and you're looking through the virtual reality glasses, and maybe it's showing you going over a cliff or a skydive. You know what I mean? It gives you the whole experience. I think that would really be so neat.
That is really, really cool. I wouldn't do it, but that's really cool.
I remember they shut this down for a while back a few years because there was an accident. Some guy got hurt on this. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure how serious he was.
Was that the guy that broke a lot of bones? I remember that.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was tragic. Yeah. Or he survived it, but he's going to be long recovery. Yeah.
Yeah, just the same as you. It's heights for her.
Oh, really? Yeah. Like I said,
she'll do any roller coaster. So it's just the height part. It's not the speed or the...
Okay. Yeah, I'm not alone in having that fear. You know, they say the only fear that we're actually born with is the fear of falling. So, yeah.
Okay.
And I have that fear, of course. That's why heights bother me.
Next one, which is on RCL, is a zip line. I absolutely love this. This was when we went on the Oasis. The ship was only a little over half full because they were trying to do spacing, and we got to do all the. I imagine the zip line and the surfing and stuff like that. They had a surfing thing on there. Probably had huge lines normally, but I got on this probably half a dozen times during the time we went, and it's not a huge zip line. You go from one end of. There's an area in the middle of the Oasis, which is called Central Park. It's literally a park. It looks like
it's beautiful
with live plants and trees and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
And this zip line goes over it from one end of the ship to the other end of the ship. So that was a tremendous amount of fun. And Danny says the only fear is fear itself. That's the old saying, huh?
That's right.
And then the last one, there are plenty of other attractions. Actually, that's the last of the 12, but I did put a bonus one here at the last minute. So we're going to say this is number 13. I love this one also. This is called the Abyss, okay? It's a purple slide that is on the back of the RCL ships that have it. I think it's the bigger ones again. And it's a dry slide, which is weird. You sit on one of those mats.
Yeah.
And you go down, it twirls down. You basically go down, I think it's 3 or 4 decks. You end up you leave the top deck where the pools are, and you end up on the deck where the merry-go-round is, which should be on this list also, merry-go-round. I did not think it was scary at all. Okay, no. It looks so intimidating.
It does. It really does. Just getting up to the slide, you have to walk up a lot of stairs.
I think their newest ship has a double slide now.
Oh, really?
Like a racing slide, so two people get on it and go down at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, and that one is considered the steepest dry slide at sea. I think it is. I don't think it's in the world. I think it's at sea.
At sea. Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Blaine says, feel sorry for people below if someone gets sick or repeats himself. I always wonder with that. When you see things go overhead, that person's having a bad day.
Oh my gosh.
Or his keys fall out of his pocket or something. Okay, so those are
I want to know if anybody's out there has tried that surfer. What's that called? It looks so hard. We've watched a lot of people try it, and I didn't see anybody get up except for the instructors.
It looks, the surfer, it's a simulated surfing thing where they do the wave, and it looks like nothing. Like, you fall.
Oh, yeah, I can get
But
up.
you hit pretty hard, and I've known people that have actually come off that and broken the bone because of this flipping off of the surfer. I was set to try that. I had the reservation to try it, and then it was after Nancy broke her arm, and at that point we said, if I break a leg and she's got a broken arm, there's no one here to carry the luggage. So
yes, I forbade him.
Hopefully next time on I'll give it a try, but we'll see.
Yeah, one injury was enough.
Yeah, it was. So those are 13. If anyone else has some other ones that they want to throw into the chat, go right ahead. There's probably another 50, 100 you could come up with. I mean,
I did like the merry-go-round. I thought it was really sweet. It was cool being on a merry-go-round on a cruise ship.
Okay, and then, so now, Nance, we're going to go into our last item of the day. Let's see. Okay, this I thought was cute, and this is actually something you can do. How many people out there are Hallmark movie fans, number one?
I'm raising my hand.
And how many of those Hallmark fans can watch the Hallmark Christmas movies even now?
Guilty.
You just watched one last night, right? It was the night before?
Yeah.
Well, and tell me, this is an ingenious way to sell the cruise. So Hallmark has put together the first ever Christmas cruise with holiday music stars on board.
Oh, right.
Let's see. All right. Now, what this is
that's getting a target audience.
You certainly are, and they'll fill that up.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, the date of this cruise, so guys, you can mark it on your calendar if you're Hallmark fans, is November 5th through 9th, 2024.
Really?
It's leaving from the port of Miami and going to the Bahamas.
What a beautiful port that is. Oh, such a gorgeous port.
The ship you're sailing on, and we've been on the ship, is the NCL Gem.
Love the Gem.
Which it will be completely turned into a winter wonderland by Hallmark.
Oh my gosh, that sounds right up my alley.
And the size of it, if you have them in, it's 94,000 tons. Yeah. So it's a smaller one. I don't call it small, but it's smaller, and it's actually one of our favorite ships.
It is. It's beautiful. I like the Gem and the Escape very much so, the way it's decorated.
I think Danny just went up and signed up.
I knew you were
Christmas at Graceland.
I knew Danny would like Hallmark.
Okay. The Lifetime, the Hallmark fans, is Hallmark and Lifetime owned by the same one? Network has announced its first ever Christmas-themed cruise, which will allow the network's many devoted fans to experience a magical world of its beloved holiday movies in real life. Now, these are some of the things you can do on board, okay? First of all, there's going to be, which I wouldn't know one from the other, but you probably have them all memorized, is the actors and actresses who are in these Christmas movies.
I do know them, yes.
It seems like you see the same ones in every movie. A big group of them is going to be on the ship.
That's so cool.
Okay, but they don't know which ones because some of them will be making the Christmas movies at that point, so they're not sure which ones.
Oh, that's really cool. That's a great idea. What?
He hit the nail on the head, Blaine. Okay, so everyone starts out the cruise. It's a little rough, okay?
Yeah.
By the time it gets back home, everyone is starting to get along, and everyone is happy after. So it's kind of like starts off as let's call it a Royal Caribbean cruise. In the middle of it's kind of like a Carnival cruise. Everyone's battling it out, and it ends as a Norwegian Hallmark cruise. I like that. I like that building.
I do too. Oh, that's great.
That's a movie in itself,
I was
right
just
there.
thinking of that. You just got it right in my mind. I'm like, man, that would make a good movie.
So some of the things passengers can partake
so
in:
funny.
Christmas cookie decorating.
I know. I do think a lot of the Hallmark movies has the Christmas cookies, because I was going to mention
They're always
earlier.
in the kitchen,
I'm
right?
like, I always want to have a cookie when I'm eating those.
So they'll probably have one of the stars leading the band.
I said I always want to have a Christmas cookie when I'm watching the movie.
Okay, or popcorn, right? Ugly sweater contest.
Oh, my ugly sweater was so ugly, I had to get rid of it. It's true. It is so true.
I don't think you ever can be too ugly for these
was.
contests. Then they're going to have a Hallmark Channel wine tasting.
Ooh.
They're going to have a Christmas karaoke.
Okay.
So they call it karaoke.
Well, in these Hallmark movies, someone is always kissing under the mistletoe. They should have that, because they always have the mistletoe, and it's like, oh, look what's up in front of, looks what's up above your head, mistletoe, and then they end up kissing. They should have that.
Blaine thinks this sounds like a gem of a cruise. Okay, we'll send in your mistletoe idea.
I like my mistletoe. Well, that is a classic Hallmark Christmas.
Then the highlight for you true fans is your opportunity to meet your favorite actors and actresses from the Hallmark holiday movies. A not yet announced roster of holiday movie regulars will be on board for photo ops and behind the scene panels.
If I would love to kiss my favorite male actor under the mistletoe. What if you have that?
Whatever, you can send any suggestions you want. Exclusive opportunity to attend the premiere of a new Hallmark Channel countdown to Christmas movie on board.
Oh.
So it sounds like they're going to have a new one in the queue for that, and maybe the people on the ship are the first ones that get to see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Blaine says he thinks the captain will be under the mistletoe. With the captain being Santa. Ooh, nice little. So you really don't know if it's captain. People are always trying to immerse themselves in the world of Hallmark Channel Christmas movies, and this venture is sure to bring that brand to life. The cruise will kick off with a special Light the Night event where cruisers can watch a tree lighting ceremony to get them ready for the festive journey ahead. Fans can sign up for the cruise pre-sale until today. So I think today is the last day to do the pre-sale price. So you'd have to jump on the phone as soon as we hang up on you all.
I'm going to be thinking about that Hallmark cruise all day now. You know that? Because that just so
you only have till midnight, I guess, to book it. With its pre-cruise,
but thinking about that.
But after which they'll be receiving bookings for a chance to reserve a cabin. Bookings officially open to the general public on July 21st at 2 p.m. So July 21st will be the last time to book this cruise.
I am really intrigued by that Hallmark cruise. I really would like to go.
Well, we'll see out of Miami in November. The date's
really
a problem for us, but
yeah,
they should do a movie like this on a cruise, kind of like The Love Boat. It would do very well. So maybe we'll cruise. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, I still find myself watching the old corny Love Boat episodes just because it gives me that connection with cruising.
I like The Love Boat too.
I'm surprised that they haven't come back. I know they did have a remake of The Love Boat.
They did, yeah.
And called A New Wave or something, but that's years old. Surprised that they haven't some group hasn't come forward with another. More current version. Everyone has cell phones and fights on deck and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
So, okay, so that will end today's. Let's see, that ends today's show. We'll be back on 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks?
at 12:15.
Yeah.
Don't forget this Sunday at 4:00 we have our games and our Tanisha time. So let's see. So I think that's. Do you have anything else to say, Nance?
No, just keep having fun and keep staying young.
Danny says he would love to do this cruise, but they're already booked on the New Kids on the Block cruise. Maybe we can do it as a back-to-back, Danny, because I think that one's leaving out of Miami also.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much for joining us,
I
everyone.
enjoyed it. Bye-bye.
You have a good weekend. Bye-bye.